Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Yeaton here. Before we get into this, make sure to smash that like button, smash that follow button, and hit that new hype button that YouTube's doing. So with this, we're gonna get into the best board breakers in Yu-Gi-Oh. This is after the September 19th ban list, so this is based off of that. If I don't know what a card is, I'm automatically gonna put it in just don't because it's that bad. So first up, this thingy, I've read about it. I don't think it's probably that good. So, probably just don't. Let's see here. There's a lot of cards here that I like. Okay, Book of Eclipse. I would say Book of Eclipse is probably somewhere in some side decks. It can hurt Yummy somewhat. It doesn't do anything as Rico Tail. I don't know. Book of Eclipse is okay. It's not like the craziest card ever, but it can hit some decks. It hits VSK9 like decently well, and so there is that. Book of Moon, I don't know where to put this. Hold on. Book of Moon's weird. It targets, which sucks, but you can't ash it, which is nice, and it's very versatile. You can target your own cards to make sure that effects go through or they just don't go to the graveyard for whatever reason. So for because of that, I'm gonna put it in niche. I'm gonna put it in some main decks, but I'm gonna continue to put it in the very back. It's definitely niche, but I think it should be in a lot of main decks. I don't see it in much. Change of Heart. This card was busted forever because it was just you just got to take your opponent's monster for free, but that's not that good now. What am I? Okay, if I don't know. If I'm like VSK and I have just like a standard board and I just like change a heart, you're snatchy. Let's just say, what am I gonna do with it? It's not that great. I don't think you should play it, honestly. Cyclone? Okay, Cyclone's weird. Here's the thing. If Yummy becomes very, very, very popular, like it looks like it is, I don't think main decking Cyclone's a terrible idea. And this is why. I've always liked the idea of playing 1 to 5 cards, depending on how much engine you have and other cards in your deck. I like to play 1 to 5 just cards that go hard, just very hateful cards against certain matchups. Because of that, Cyclone could be in a lot of main decks. I'll still put it in some main decks. But I mean, if you're having a hard time against Yummy, playtest more, obviously. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm crazy or not. But Cyclone seems like it would be really, really good to main deck if you're having a problem with Yummy to try to steal game 1s. So there's that. Dark Hole, it's niche. We'll put it in niche. This is why if you're playing the Dark Hole Dragon, I heard that there was a player in Europe that almost topped their WCQ with some deck that was just playing Torrential Tributes and Dark Holes, and he just kept nuking the board and then just getting the dragon back out. That's like a niche thing, but I mean that's kind of funny. But you could do that. Dark Really No More, I think, is really, really good. So in this Malice build, check out that video if you haven't already. It should be in the links below. I did horrible at the regional yesterday, but one of the cards that was really good in my deck was Dark Really No More. The problem was Malice just didn't have enough gas to break through boards. But like, if you have Yummy, just as an example, if you have Yummy and you're going up against a really big board, like a really big Yummy board or whatever, you're going second. Assuming they just didn't draw the nuts with hand traps on top of full comboing and establishing a big board, Dark Ruler No More is amazing because it just shuts off all the monster effects, and you can strategically break through their board and probably win on the spot. So I would say it's definitely up there. Ceratops, I guess, in some side decks. I don't think it's that great, honestly, but in some. Enemy controller, I'm gonna put a niche. It isn't the deck that I'm building right now. I'll just say that, but it's not that good in a lot of decks. You're not going to take much that's worth it in a lot of the decks, and a lot of the main decks, like Draco Tail can't, like they just can't make use of it, right? Enemy Controller way back in the day was really good in like frogs and Tengu Plants, because Tengu Plants just kept spamming Dandelion tokens out on the field, and they had the Reborn Tengus, and they had the Scapegoats. Frogs just had an endless supply of like Treeborn Frogs and stuff, so you would be able to take their monsters. It was really easy. You don't have that with these decks. Like, you kind of can do it with Yummy, but there's better options than Enemy Controller for Yummy. BS K9, you're not going to do it. Draco Tail, no. Mitsu, no. So it's just not that good. Evenly, you can play it in some. It's very devastating for some decks. Like, if you evenly match the right Yummy board, they'll just scoop. Same thing with like Draco Tail potentially, and Mitsu. If you can hit their Mitsu, boy is that devastating. So yeah, it's worth it. Chalice. Okay, I'm gonna say Chalice should be in most main decks if K9 becomes a problem, and this is why, because you can hit the Lupus with Chalice, and then they can't exceed, or when they get Ripper out, you can Chalice the Ripper, and Ripper shut off for the turn. This is on your turn. You can shut off their Ripper on your turn, so you can continue doing what you're doing. You don't have to deal with the Ripper on your first turn. That's also why I like Book of Moon a little bit. So I would say it should actually be main decked, to be honest. Forbidden Chalice, this is one of the best board breakers in the game. I still think everybody should use it. Kaiju's, it's niche. I don't really like it. I don't know what this is. So I'm gonna put that. You know what? I'm gonna put. Oh wait, I don't know what that is. I don't know what. Off the top of my head, I can't tell what these cards are, so I'm not gonna play them. Okay, Harpy's Feather Duster. It can be in some main decks. If you're really worried about back row, it's definitely worth it. I believe this is another Kaiju. You can play it if you want. Fenrir, you can play it in some decks. It's just another level of disruption. It's not as good as it used to be, but it can definitely be annoying to deal with. I did spectate on one of the decks yesterday, and somebody was playing K9 Kashtira, and it looked really annoying to deal with because he had like a Ripper on the field and like a Fenrir and like a Unicorn. Like, there's just too many disruptions going on at once for me. Obviously, you can break that board, most likely, with the right deck, but that's just annoying to deal with. I don't even know what this is. Okay, Lava Golem. You can play in some side decks if you have a big problem with like getting rid of the boards and you just don't need your normal summon. So Lava Golem could be a decent option there. Lightning Storm, I think, will be in most side decks, if not main decked and side decked, like hybrid, like 1-2-2-1. It's at 3 now, so you're going to be able to break the board. It's one of the best going second cards, so it's just a really solid card. I'm going to skip this really quick. Regeki, I think, should be in most decks. The reason why is just basic old school removal is still really valuable, and Regeki does that. I know Lightning Storm can achieve whatever you need to, but it comes at the risk of you can't play any monsters on the field. So it's kind of like Charmies, right? I get that this is why they made Charmies the way they did, so it wasn't like Maxi, but I like Regeki more because you can still have your board and then Regeki them. So if you're playing K9, you can go into K9 Ripper, and then just Regeki whatever else they have left, and if they try to negate it, you just Ripper it. So I think it's called more Trompus or whatever. I know what it does. You could play it. It's not the best card, but you could play it. It's not horrible. Snatch and Steal, probably don't. Not that good. Super Poly could be in most side decks, actually. It could definitely be in a lot of side decks. It's a really good board breaker for sure. Actually, it could be in some main decks as well, for sure. Especially like Draco Tail, things like that. Talents, I still think you should always main deck talents. And the reason why is just like it's so good. Like you can do any one, like you obviously you know what it does, but like situationally, it can really set you up to either keep pushing or what have you. Thrust can be in some. I'll put it here. I never drew my thrust that I had in the mouse deck, so I can't talk about it. But in theory, it is really good. If you get a hand trap, the minimum you can grab a card that will disrupt them, so that's pretty good. I haven't been avoiding Sales Ban. Sales Ban, there isn't any like just hand trap that just obliterates everything. And there isn't really any cards that do that either. I guess you could like Sales Ban Azuna if you're really worried about it, if you're not playing K9, so that's actually pretty good. So I'll put this in some, like if you're playing Yummy, I'll put it in some side decks. If you're playing Yummy, Sales Ban might be kind of good to call like Azuna if you're worried about K9. There's that. I don't think that this is really that good. Not good. Dragon Slayer is okay. It's not the best. Exceed Encore is very niche if you want to use it. And it's not that good. The sphere sucks. But yeah, Encore, I don't know. It's not the best. Like you can hit a K9 and then it's like 2 awkward level 4s. But if they have a level 4 in their Exceed, then which is like almost generic level, it's just not gonna. I don't know. I don't like it a lot right now, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that like button, that follow button, and hit that hype button. That really helped me out a lot. And go to Yeaton yugioh on Twitch. I will be there live almost every day as time goes on. In about a month, I should be on there every day. Last but certainly not least, I will be publishing every single day on YouTube from now on. So. Make sure to watch all of my new videos. And then the very last thing is I will be publishing on YouTube and on Twitter pretty soon all the tournaments that I'm planning to go to for this upcoming season. So without further ado, bye bye.